Hi, it's Kevin. Welcome to Relationship Ready. Today, we're going to talk about a trait in new relationships. She's new and her friends hate you. Or he's new and his friends don't respect you. So, we're going to talk about what that situation is, what the essential elements are in the process of new relationships, and what you can do about it. So, you just started this relationship. The beginning of a relationship is the honeymoon phase. Just like when you get married, the honeymoon has all the ideal stuff. You're looking longingly into each other's eyes, falling into each other's arms, and not seeing the rest of the person, relationship, or surroundings around you. Because you have tunnel vision. You're supposed to. Love gives you that. Lust gives you that too. So, when they're new, you fall into each other. And in that stage, friends are very important and more important than you. So what are the friends doing? They're vetting you. They're going back through your history. They're digging up your dirt. They're listening very closely to their friend to protect them and validate things that are red flags or dangerous or difficult, knowing their friend to help them avoid repeating the past and repeating negative traits of past relationships or negative whole relationships. Because we all know that history repeats itself. And if we don't learn from our last relationships, we tend to fall into very similar characteristics. If we fall into a relationship with someone who disrespects us, you're going to find someone who disrespects you again unless you've done the work to respect yourself more. And to be able to evaluate and do what your friends are doing at first, but it's important for you to do it after you get out of the honeymoon phase. It is essential to make decisions for yourself, not let your friends make decisions. But you can't do that in the honeymoon phase. You got to do that when you become more realistic, after you come out of the honeymoon phase. And then you vet your partner, you vet your new relationship, you vet the person that you've been dating, seeing, screwing around with, who your intentions might be a casual relationship, your intentions might be the person of your dreams. But you can't vet that person until you get out of the honeymoon phase, until you start to see them realistically, because that's when the real relationship begins. The first part's the honeymoon, the lust, the fun, the enjoyment. Last that as long as you can. That's a great stage of a relationship. If you could have that forever with that person, that'd be wonderful. But you can't. That's why people move on to different people, because they're looking for that lust and that love in the honeymoon phase. But you can't have that all the time, because eventually you look for something more deep and more real. Or you get addicted and they're like, oh, I'm just going on the high of this initial stage. And love addiction, sex addiction is a thing that people fall into and vet their new partners and decide, nah, I'm going to sabotage this relationship, or so that they dump me, or I'm going to dump them, or I'm going to move on to other people, or I'm going to be not monogamous with someone who wants to be monogamous, and break the consent and barriers of someone who's polyamorous to be able to go, no, I didn't tell you this, and create deceit and dishonesty. And those are the things that the friends are vetting. And that's why friends hate you in the beginning. Because it's not hate, it's protection of their friend. It might come across as hate because they're taking you down, they're digging up your dirt, they're evaluating your past relationships if they know anybody or think they know anybody who you used to be with, because they're trying to create a safety net for their friend. And if they're really friends, they will help point those things out to their friend who you're trying to be in a relationship with, and their friend in the relationship will be like, I don't know, is this about me or is this about you? Or I'm really enjoying this honeymoon stage of the relationship, so just support me until I get through this, and then I'll look more closely. Or maybe they're out of that stage of the relationship and ready to look more closely. And so how do you evaluate and vet yourself and your relationship when the friends are hating you? If they keep hating you, then that makes it difficult for your partner in a relationship. They need to value you more than their friends and make choices about that. Is that fair? No. Is that life? Yeah. Because everybody has the friends who ditch their friends when they get into a relationship. But when they come back, have they learned something? So that maybe they don't have to ditch them next time. And they can be there and be supportive. So what are the tools necessary to be able to work through when the friends can't stand you? Well, self-evaluation. Is there legitimacy? Is there anything valid about what their friends don't like about you? Are those qualities that you actually enjoy or respect about yourself and you want to bring to this relationship? Or are those ones that you're working on and trying to change? So evaluating yourself and then being honest with your new partner, your new relationship, that those are things about you and you're aware of them and working on them. If you're really working on them. Or that you're not aware of them and they don't exist. And then time will tell. And time will tell your partner if that's true. So self-evaluation is an essential tool. Gut check is another essential tool. When your partner brings you conflicts with their friends about you, how does that feel for you? Are they trying to make it your problem? Are they trying to solve it together with you? Are they siding with their friends already and going, you got to prove yourself? Because you don't have to prove yourself. You just have to be yourself. And being yourself is a choice for them to be with you or not. But the gut check is being you and being honest about what your strengths, what your weaknesses are, what valid points maybe their friends have, or what's invalid, and going, no, I'm going to speak up for myself and say, this is me. If you want to be with me, be with me. The other essential skill is conflict management, because it's a setup of conflict and being able to be less defensive and hear with empathy what your partner, what their friends are trying to say, and evaluate it yourself. And not just dismiss it, but hear it, hear where they're coming from, feedback, managing that conflict, what you hear them saying, and then going, it's valid, it's not valid, or this part's valid, this part's not, this part I'm working on, but it's not a reason to hate you. It is a reason for their friends to protect their friend. But if you make it through this process, their friends will protect you too, because you're good for each other and you're good for their friends. If you keep working on yourself, and if you're able to manage through this conflict to work through this relationship, So what do we talk about today? We talk about when friends hate you, new relationships, the honeymoon phase, and vetting people. Because we automatically vet people. Our friends vet for us. The people we're with, their friends vet for them too. And it's essential to value yourself, be yourself, and affirm who you are and evaluate who you are in your own vetting process once you get through that honeymoon phase, once you get through that lust and love, to be able to move on to a deeper relationship. Because in those deeper relationships of intimacy, that's when we continue to be more relationship ready. Thanks for watching.